Hello students, now we'll see the next program that is called as a quicksort program. So before going to the code, first you understand the working of quicksort program. So here, so given an unsorted array, we have to sort it in ascending order or descending order. So it's a quicksort program, sorting program. So here the array is being given. The unsorted array is 10, 2, 3, 12, 15 and 1. So finally, we are getting a sorted array that is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 10, 12 and 15. So this is the sorted array. So let us see how quicksort program works. First, we have to do some initialization step. Your I and j are two variables. That I is initialized to low plus 1 and j is initialized to high. Okay, and your pivot element. Pivot element is nothing but a of low. Okay, your pivot element is nothing but a of low. So with this initialization, let us go to the working. So here in the working process, which I have shown here, in the working process, I have taken the array. So the pivot element, from the initialization step, we come to know that the pivot element is the a of low. So this is the low and this is the high in the array. So the pivot element is a of low. So 10 is the pivot element now. Next, I is low plus 1. So since this is low, low plus 1 is this element. So I points here and j is pointing to the high. After this, to further move on, we need two important conditions that should be kept in mind or that should be followed. So you have to increment I when your a of I is less than or equal to the pivot element. And the second condition is decrement j when a of j is greater than the pivot element. So we should follow these steps till the end of the program process. Now I is here. Now a of I is 2. So 2 is less than the pivot element, that is 10. So I am incrementing I. So I moves from here to here. Next, a of I is 3. 3 is less than the pivot element. So I am moving I from here to here. Now I is value is 12. So 12 is greater than the pivot element. So I am stop incrementing I. Similar way, for the second condition, so j is here. So a of j is 1. So 1 is less than 10. So I am not decrementing j. So I am keeping the j value remain same. Now if you see I value, if you take this as array subscripts, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4 and a of 5. Suppose you see here I, you take a of I is 12 and I value is 3. A of j is 1 and j value is 5. So I value is 3, the array subscript, j value is 5. So 3 is less than 5. So I value is less than j. 3 is less than 5. So that time what you need to do is swap a of I and a of j. Swap a of I and a of j. So what is a of I? A of I is 12. So that goes to this position and a of j is 1. That comes to this position. So that is what is the new array now. This is your new array. Now I value, I position is here and j position is here. So let us start the same procedure with this new array. So again pivot element remains the same, that is 10 and I, a of I value is 1. 1 is less than the pivot element. So I am incrementing I. So I comes here. Similar way, now a of I value is 15. 15 is greater than 10. So I don't increment I. So I don't increment I. Now I'll see the second condition, decrement j. Now a of j is 12. 12 is greater than 10. So I am decrementing j. So j comes from this position to here. Now a of j is 15. Again 15 is greater than 10. So I decrementing j. So j comes from here to here. Okay. So I I is here only, I remains here only, but j comes from this position to this position. Now if you see the subscripts, j subscript is 3, I subscript is 4. So your I is 4, j is 3. So 4 is greater than 3. I is greater than j. That time what you need to do is swap a of j and the pivot element. And you see what is a of j is nothing but 1. So 1 comes here and the pivot element is 10. 10 comes here. So you are swapping a of j and the pivot element. So now the first partition has been created. The partition value is, partition position is a of 3. The partition position is a of 3. The first partition is being created. Now this is the left part of the array and this is the right part of the array. Now the procedure what we follow for this array, for this particular array, the same procedure has to be followed for this left array as well as this right array. So let us see what happens. So coming to the left array, the first element is the pivot element. So I value is here and j value is here. Now if I see a of I is 2. 2 is greater than 1. So I'm not incrementing I. So let me go to j. J value is, a of j is 3. It is greater than 1. So I'm decrementing j. Again, j comes to this new position. A of j value is 2. Since it is greater than 1, so I'm decrementing j. A of j is here. Now, the a of I value is here and j value is here. If you see the subscript, the I subscript is 1 and j subscript is 0. So the I is 1, j is 0. 1 is greater than 0. Suppose when I is greater than j, the condition, the process what we need to do is swap a of j and the pivot element. But here, the pivot element and a of j, both the values are same, that is 1 only. So meaning what is, the array is already sorted. The array is already sorted. Okay. So if we swap also, the value remains here only. And if you see, the array also is already sorted. Now coming to the right part of the array, take the pivot element as 15. Okay. And I and j remains here only. Now if you see the first condition, incrementing I. So a of I value is 12. 12 is less than the pivot element. So I am incrementing I. I comes here to this position. But the j value, a of j value is 12. Since it is not greater than 15, j value remains same only. Now again, if you see here the condition, the I value is greater than j. So what we need to do is swap a of j and the pivot element. So a of j value is 12. Pivot element is 15. So 15 comes here and 12 comes to the first position. So now the array is being sorted. So finally, from the unsorted array, we are using the quicksort algorithm. We have got a sorted array. That is, the sorted array values are like this: 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, and 15. This is the sorted array. Okay, this is the sorted array. Now, after that, now let me show you the code for the same, for this quicksort program, how the code works. So while I teach you the code, keep these conditions in mind. That is incrementing I value and decrementing j value, the initialization steps, and what is the pivot element, how partition is being created, and when should we swap a of I and a of j, and when should we swap a of j and pivot element. Keep this thing in mind. Further, now I'll go to the code and explain you the code. Now coming to the quicksort program here. So here the question is sort n numbers using quicksort method and compute its time complexity. So run the program with n greater than 5000 and record the time. So plot a graph. And then the numbers, the input has to be given using a random number generator. So here only you should give the value of n. Suppose you give n as 10. So 10 numbers has to be generated. you need not give, but the random number function will generate it, and further it will sort it. Now coming to the program, here there is a class named as quicksort. First function is partition. So I told you what is partition, how partition is being created. I'll explain slowly how partition is being created. Now in this, see, the partition function takes parameters, the array, the low and high. As you know, now previously I explained, the pivot element takes the first value, the I value is initialized to low plus 1, the j value is initialized to high. Now the process of incrementing I and decrementing j and the swapping process continues till the value low is less than high. So there is a while loop, and this process continues till the value low is less than high. So when a of I is less than or equal to the pivot element, increment I, as I told you. When a of j value is greater than the pivot element, decrement j. The next condition which should be checked is when I is less than j, you swap the a of I and a of j. This is a swapping code. A of I and a of j are swapped. When I is less than j, you swap the a of I and a of j element. Otherwise what you need to do, when I value is greater than j, what you need to do is swap a of low and the j, a of j. But what is a of low? A of low is the pivot element. So you are swapping the pivot element and the a of j. And once you swap the pivot element and a of j, the partition is being created. Remember, as I showed you in the previous video, once you swap the pivot element and a of j, the partition is being created. And the subscript, array subscript, where the partition is being created is returned. It is returned. Where it goes, this value j where it goes? From here, it goes to the place where the partition function, member function was called. So here, there is one more member function called as sort. There is one more member function called as sort. So in this sort member function, we are calling the member function partition with the values array, low and high. And here is where the partition value is being written. Which partition? This value j. As soon as the partition is being created, it is being written here. And now the partition is being created. Now we have two array with us, that is the left array and the right array. The left array has the values from low to partition minus 1, and the right array has the values a partition plus 1 to high. And for these two arrays, the quicksort process has to be again repeated. So this sort function again calls this sort recursively, and that calls the partition again. So the left array and right array are sorted according to quicksort algorithm process. Finally, we get a sorted array. Afterwards, now there is a main program here. We are declaring an array of size 100. Then we are telling the user to enter the array size. Once he has entered the array size, we are using a scanner to read the input from the keyboard. Once we have read the input from the keyboard, we are storing it in n. So n as the array size. So here we are using a random function to generate a random numbers. Okay, the object for this random class is generator. The object for the random class is generator. So suppose you give the array size as 10 random numbers has to be generated. Suppose you give the array size as 10 random numbers has to be generated. So using this generator object, we are the for loop. Inside this for loop, this generator object, the generator object is a object for random class, and random class generates random numbers. It has functions where random numbers could be generated. So we use a for loop, and this particular code, this particular statement is executed based on the array size. Suppose you are given array size as 10 random numbers will be generated, and it will be stored in the array A of I. Afterwards, what you are doing, you are printing the unsorted array. So you are printing the unsorted array. Again, you are using a for loop, and you're printing the unsorted array. Then what you're doing, you are initializing a variable start time. Okay. And then you're calling the quicksort. Sorry, you're creating an object for the class quicksort. Okay, the object name is m. Using that object, you're calling the member function sort with array, the lower subscript and the higher subscript of the array. You're calling the sort function. Now this sort function calls is this member function, which in turn recursively calls sort again and also the partition member function. After that, once the elements are being sorted, we initialize one more variable called as stop time. And finally, we calculate the time spent, that is the elapsed time, that is stop time minus start time. And then finally, we print the time taken to sort the numbers. The time taken to sort that numbers is elapsed time. Finally, the last step is to print the sorted array. So we are using a for loop and printing the sorted array. I have shown the output also here. Just go through the output. Once again, I will show you the full program. So here we are giving an array size of 15. So 15 random numbers have been generated by the random function. And the time taken to sort these numbers is 10,216 nanosecond. And the sorted array is like this. So this is the output of the quicksort program.